Welcome to today's episode. We are going this weekend to take one more cruise down the Texas coast, and when we return, we have less than 50 days. Wow, less than 50 days to prepare to travel over 1,000 nautical miles and begin the journey for one of our 3 plans. Today we're going to share with you our preparations, some of our preparations. We have this huge list of things we need to do to prepare Cadence and ourselves for our journey. And at the top of the list are adding some solar panels, updating our battery bank, getting new sails, and possibly updating the rigging.
So first thing is the generator. We've had generator problems for a long time. All right, we're back here in the cabin and it is a mess. We've got everything out of where it should be. We have the bed lifted up because we're getting underneath the strainers today to give the generator, which is a diesel engine, we need to give it a good clean out on the coolant system. It's overheating, and that's what I've been struggling with since last spring. Did a few things like change the impeller, change some of the heat temperature sensors, added new fluids, and it still will overheat. It leads me to believe that the heat exchanger is clogged. Calcium, rust, maybe barnacles, I don't know. We're going to try Barnacle Buster, and supposedly this will dissolve all types of deposits in the heat exchanger, which I believe are just copper tubes, and it should flush it out. So we're going to give it a shot. I have no clue. I'm going to follow the directions on the back here. Of course, I watched a good old YouTube video, and now I'm going to share with you how I did it. All right, that's engine, air conditioner, generator, water strainer. I've learned to wrap around with towels in case there's any overflow. I've closed the seacock. Now it's time to... Okay, we have the mixture, the Barnacle Buster mixture ready.
Yep.
We've got deckhand ready. And I have the funnel. Man, your positions, please. Please pardon the mess. We really had to take all the bedding out. Anyway, she's going to start it there, and I'm going to begin pouring back here. Is it recording?
Yep.
Okay, so you can see the generator is pulling this through, and I'm feeding it coolant. We're about to put the camera down and stop the engine in 10. Go ahead, put the camera down. No. Whew, all right, that was good. That only took 30 seconds. That was 30 seconds. It sucked that water right through at a good pace. And now we're supposed to let it sit in this coolant system for the next, say, at least an hour. So we'll do about 2 or 3 hours. All right, Libby's about to start the generator, and let's see what comes out. Well, it looks really foamy. You can see like some sediment. I was expecting it to be reddish, brown, or a dark color, but it's not. It's clearly pushing some something out. At least the acid from the Barnacle Buster. But there's like a sediment cloud. I don't know if it shows up on the camera. So it's clearly flushing things out. It's flowing better than it ever has. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out if it works. What's happening?
So Matt fixed the generator finally. Thank you, Bruce, for the suggestion. It worked perfectly. And we upgraded the Instant Pot to this air fryer lid, and it's handling it like a charm. It's been about, what, 8-10 minutes with the air fryer running?
Actually, it's been more like 20.
But with the air fryer running, it's been off about 8.
Almost 30 total in about 10 minutes, yeah.
So Anyway, Matt said this is the highest voltage thing I've bought so far.
1600 watts.
But it's healthier, so
Yay, we did it!
And we've got some new lines already. All right, so it's time to update our running rigging. We've had a lot of sailing on this boat. I have the feeling, it's a 2004 model, I have a feeling it wasn't sailed a lot in the last 16 years. I think we've sailed it a bunch since then. Check this out. You've got this is the outhaul. This pulls the mainsail out, and you can see this baby's just falling apart. I can just scratch and it's falling apart. It wouldn't be long before that line just breaks free and, you know, holds the tension of the main. So it's so what we're gonna do here is it's time to replace it. What we're gonna do here is untie this. We're gonna tie a rope, a tracing rope on it, something like this. Okay. And then allow it to trace through the boom. And I'll remove the outhaul and have this line in its spot. So when I buy the new line, I can attach it to this line and reverse the process. So I've never done this before, but a little common sense tells me that's probably the best way to do it. Other than that, there's no way to get the line inside of this boom, the whole length. So this is great. We've replaced the outhaul. That's the line that pulls the mainsail out of the mast. I've got this beautiful navy, soft on the hands for only $7.99 a month. You can have yours today. And we have a new furling line that we're going to replace this old yellow one with. It's really towards the end where you grab it a lot. It's just rubs you raw. We use these lines a lot, in-haul, out-haul, when we're trimming the main, when we're reefing. So we also found out from a good buddy that you don't have to replace all your lines. Some of the lines, like this halyard, doesn't get used much, so there's not a lot of chafing, it's not worn. It just needs to be reconditioned. So we're going to recondition some of our lines, we're going to replace the others, and then we'll have a whole fresh new set of lines to prepare for the Gulf crossing coming up. Okay, here's the first line we're going to wash, and you can see it's got some wear and tear on it, but we think it could be salvaged, if not to be used for heavy loads, but at least for backup for maybe a topping lift or a downhaul, something like that. So let's wash this baby up.
this is laundry on a boat.
Do you want to let it sit? What do you do?
I don't know. I was just gonna knead it a little bit and then
You gonna
let
knead it
sit.
some more?
Like bread.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, looks good.
All right, we'll let it sit.
This is 5 rinses in this set of lines. Check it out. How dirty that is. Like, we soaked it in the soap. And this is 5 just freshwater washes. Okay, so we poured quite a bit of fabric softener in there. Now, with water. Let that baby sit.
And that's a wrap on the lines. Pun intended. Anyway, congratulations, Matt, on finishing the generator. He finally fixed it. It's been over a year. not over, right out of here. And we put a heavy load on it. We got an air fryer and it handled it like a charm. So congratulations.
With the AC and the battery charger.
Yes, with the AC and the battery charger. So it's working beautifully. Thanks, Matt.
You're welcome. I still have my camera eye closed.
And then sometimes you have a whole list of chores and projects to be done, and then the unexpected thing happens. The head goes down. And Matt says you can go topless, you can go bottomless, but you can't go headless. Unless you're what? A shrimp or a crawfish?
Shrimp.
Crawfish. Anyway, you can't live without the head, so it's time to repair the head. Let's go.
Still working on the head here. The old pipes, they just don't bend. They're so old. Maybe they're original, which means 16 years old. So I'm matching up the new pipes, same size as the old ones. So flexible, easy to work with. And we fixed the head. So we bought a new one. We bought a manual head. It's the only thing available right now.
Point right here. In your video, point right here. It's in the video.
Oh. There's the manual head. We bought it. Only thing available. And so we got lucky. As we were taking the hoses off, I found a large plastic, I don't even know what it was. It looks like a lid. I found a large plastic, something cosmetic driven. What's up?
Sorry,
That's okay.
I turned my volume off on my phone.
So everything's working. What did I say? Oh, looks like a cosmetic lid. It almost looks like a makeup lid.
It's not mine.
It might even be my contact case lid. But anyway, clearly that was clogging the pipes, and that's why everything seemed to work on the head. It just wouldn't flush. So lesson learned is, if everything appears to be working but it's not flushing, check the pipes, check the discharge pipe. It was a mess unloading it, and I didn't record it for you. I didn't think you cared to watch it over breakfast, so. Anyway, we're gonna go put these last hoses on. Got a little vent valve, just in case the boat heels and the inlet is underwater, just in case the head goes under the heel line of the water line. This vent valve is supposed to keep a siphon from happening. Without this, the water pressure coming in through the hose will create a siphon. It's actually a hazard in sinking the boat. So. I think that goes there. Let's just try it out. They had this vent valve between, is an anti-siphon vent valve. They had it between the pump and the actual toilet bowl. And I think it should be, this vent valve should be between the seacock and the pump, so that there is no chance ever for a siphoning action to happen. Matter of fact, when I was shopping for other marine heads, before I fixed this one, the Dometic and the Jabsco both have directions, and that's how they set up their plumbing. So I think someone along the way, maybe a plumber who installed this, did it the way they did. I don't know if it's the best way, so I'm gonna try this. If you know anything about plumbing, let me know down in the comments. The foot, and that fills it, and then I'll flush it. Filled perfectly, flushed perfectly, and actually the marina water wasn't that dirty. All right, with all of our maintenance, we are looking for a bosun's chair, the one that lifts you up in the sky, and so, not the sky, but up the mast. So, we're in the market here, we see a lot of cool stuff, we're gonna go shop, see what we can find. Hey, thanks for watching today's episode. We didn't catch the bosun's chair at the boaters market here.
But I appreciate you watching. I want to follow up. On just a few weeks back. We shared 3 plans for crossing the Gulf of Mexico during hurricane season. Our plans to leave for good. And we just wanted to say thank you for all of the comments. I want to read a few of them here to you and make a few responses and give you an update on the plan. David Volkman said, "Hello Fosters, I suggest you do the East Coast this year and then head to the Caribbean. You're new to sailing as well as to the boat. By doing a hike up the East Coast, you have access to boat supplies, medical facilities, and the ability to stop someplace if you need a break. In most countries that have not gotten COVID under control, you may have many more years of sailing ahead, so get your feet wet here on first run." So I appreciate that, David. That's good advice. We've heard that a lot from a lot of people, and we're definitely taking that into consideration. On the other side, we have Tim Seitz, who says, "Cut across the Gulf and head to Progreso, Mexico. At the northern tip of the Yucatan, get your feet wet with the check-in process for different countries in Mexico. Take some time and travel to see the Mayan ruins," ooh, that'd be cool, "which are nearby. Merida is a big modern city just a short distance from Progreso. You can stock up on things without paying high prices." So that sounds lovely as well. We've also did a lot of study for Central America. Rio Dulce down in Guatemala is safe for hurricanes. We can say right now that the plan to go straight to the Eastern Caribbean, all the way down to Grenada and the safe area there, that plan's not going to happen. Right now we are in talks with our insurance company, and other insurance companies, it seems like they're going to have a bigger say into where we go than anything else. But I appreciate all the feedback that everybody gave. Please feel free to continue to leave your thoughts there for us as well. And we hope you enjoyed this episode. We're going to be sharing some more projects to get this boat ready to sail away for good.
That's a few things checked off the list, but there's still quite a bit to do. So thank you for joining us this week in some of these projects. We look forward to sharing more with you, getting ready to leave. So we'll see you next week.
So beware of this glowing dream. Baby, don't look back to see your life drifting